Om Gan Ganpati Namo Namaha. Atma Namaste. So in this video, we will be discussing the concept about TithiShoonyam, and Uttarayanam and Dakshinayam. What are all the colors represented by each of the planets, and the months represented by each of the zodiac sign. So starting with Tithi itself. So Tithi is basically a lunar day. So depending on the different phases of the moon only, each of the Tithis are defined. And in a month, there are 30 Tithis. Now, moon has two cycles called as the waxing phase, also called as Shukla Paksha. Here, the moon is on the rising side. And the second cycle's name is waning phase, or also called as Krishna Paksha. Here, the moon is on the declining side. Okay. Now, let's see the different Tithis. So, first Tithi is always your Prathamai, or also called as Pratipad. So, Prathamai, Dvitiyai, Tritiyai, Chaturthi, Panchami, Sashti, Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dashami, Ekadashi, Dwadashi, Trayodashi, Chaturdashi, and depending whether it's a waxing phase or a waning phase, it would either be Paurnami or Amavasya. Okay, so this is how the Tithis are spread across, and each of these Tithis, they have a specific signification as well. For example, if anyone wants to begin a new venture, means Prathami Tithi is preferred. Ekadashi is meant for fasting. Now let's see the concept of Tithi Shunyam or Sunyam. So no matter whatever the Tithi is, except for Paurnami and Amavasya, there will be two Tithis where two zodiac signs and its ruling planets will get void. So Shunyam here means the moon is not able to get the energy of the respective nakshatra. And that is why the respective or two zodiac signs become void. So you can see here in the list that on Prathamai Tithi, if someone is born, the rashis of Tulam and Makaram, they become Shunya or void, and its ruling planets, that is Venus and Saturn, they also become as TithiShoonyam planets. Okay, and it is these things which bring challenges in a person's life. For example, let's say you have a person born in Taurus ascendant on a Dashami Tithi. So you can see in the list, on if a person is born on Dashami Tithi, means the signs of Leo and Scorpio become Shunyam, meaning for this person with Taurus ascendant, Leo becomes your 4th bhav and Scorpio becomes your 7th bhav. This would mean that this person would have some sort of a challenge related to the 4th bhav and 7th bhav. So 4th bhav represents your undergraduate course. So either this person would have faced some issues with getting admission into a UG course, or he might not have been satisfied with the course he would have taken. So things like that would have happened in the person's life. Now, to give you another example, let's consider the Scorpio house, which becomes 7th house here. So 7th house is also your spouse. It is your business partnerships. So in case if this person is doing a business, means he should be extra careful with respect to their partners. Okay, so there will be some sort of a tension or dissatisfaction with their business partners. So this is what the challenges are represented by the Shunyam. Now we also have to see its ruling planets as well. For example, the ruler of Leo is Sun. So Sun represents father, meaning there will be challenges or some sort of friction or tension with father as well. So this is what um, the challenges are represented by the planets. And in case if the sun is sitting in some other zodiac sign, for example, for this Taurus ascendant, if it sits in let's say 7th bhav itself, means in combination with the business partnerships, it will also give some sort of friction with his father, meaning father might not agree to the person doing business, because sun represents father, and seventh bhav is your business partnership. So this is how the challenges can be predicted in a birth chart. Okay. Now, this does not necessarily mean that these challenges can never be overcome. Yes, they can definitely be overcome, based on self efforts. If we can put in more self efforts, these can be nullified. Okay, and for that, Mercury is the planet which one has to activate. So Mercury represents our intelligence and intellect. This is why Mercury is a very special planet. Although it is very small in size, but it is the planet which has a lot of significance. Okay. Now you might have a question: what about people born on Amavasya and Purnami? Do they don't have any? Won't they have any challenges at all? No. So moon represents mind and emotions. So the people born on full moon and new moon would face issues related to their emotions and mind itself. So there'll be so much thoughts, and they'll be so much occupied with their mind and thoughts, that becomes itself a real challenge. So meaning they themselves are a challenge for themselves. This is the concept about TithiShoonyam. Now let's see about the concept of Uttarayanam and Dakshinayam. As you can see in this chart, you can see that Uttarayanam begins from the month of January. So January represents your, Uttarayanam is the phase where sun enters the sign of Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn is also called as Makar or Makaram, and that is why during this phase only we are celebrating Makar Sankranti, which usually comes in the month of January. Okay, and Uttarayanam is also called as northern solstice. So this will continue up to like 6 months, and here in Uttarayanam, the days will be longer and nights will be shorter. Likewise, when the sun enters the sign of Cancer, which is usually about somewhere in the month of August, days will begin to shorten and nights will become longer. So that phase is called Dakshinayana. Okay, and the cycle keeps on continuing. So, and it is also called as southern solstice. Dakshinayana is also called as southern solstice. Okay. Now in this list you can see, or in the chart you can see the different months represented by each of the zodiac sign. Now these months names are based on Tamil calendar only. I will also put the list of English names as well. Okay. Now each of the planet has a particular color which it represents. So the ruler of Aries is Mars, meaning Mars represents red and orange. And likewise, the ruler of Taurus is Venus. So Venus represents bright white and silver. So likewise, for Midhuna, the ruling planet is Mercury. So Mercury represents green. Likewise, we can see for all the other signs rulers, we have different colors. So for moon, the color is normal or dull white. For sun, it is again orange. Then you have Guru or Jupiter, whose color is yellow or sandal or golden. Okay, and then you have Saturn, which is represented by black or dark blue. Rahu and Ketu have different color schemes that I will let you know. But for Ketu, it has multiple colors. Okay, Rahu is more likely your stripes. Okay, and Ketu is your checked pattern, and Ketu also represents multiple colors together. Okay, for Rahu, I will let you know the color. It should be violet, but yeah, I will let you know about that. Okay, so yeah, that was about today's video. So see you in the next upcoming videos. Thank you.